Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown for UFC card, UFC Vegas 99. We're going to be breaking this full card down. I'm going to give you guys my full card predictions for this card. Let's get right into it, guys. We got Michelle Pereira taking on Anthony Hernandez in the main win. That should be a good main win. And let's start with the first fight. So we got Rebellious to Spain taking on Austin Lane. I'm gonna go to Rebellious to Spain. I just like his power on the feet. It's gonna be can Austin Lane take him down? Maybe there's a possibility Austin Lane can take him down. But Austin Lane, I don't really trust his durability and I don't trust his cardio to take him down consistently for 50 minutes. He's gonna have to finish him if he takes him down early, and I don't think he's gonna finish him early. So give me a Despain to go out there, um, knock him out. Spain, I mean, they gave him Waldo Cortez Acosta in his second fight because the UFC is pretty high on him. I think the UFC they really wanna build him up because they like his fighting style. He's a knockout artist, so they're really trying to build him up and giving him call Waldo Cortez Acosta. That was a pretty tough matchup because Waldo is durable. He can strike. He's a good striker. He can take you down. He can out wrestle you. So he lost that fight. He couldn't like get up to his feet over. No, like he kept getting taken on every round. So it is what it is. So this is a good matchup. I mean, Austin Lane's not durable. He's been KO'd like 4 or 5 times now. He's been knocked out 5 times, and all those knockouts are coming early. He's been getting KO'd under 1.5 rounds. So I see this one going under 1.5 rounds. I mean, and the Spain to find that knockout, get back on track. The Spain by knockout is gonna be my pick. Next fight on the card, we got Alice Ardelean taking on Melissa Martinez. I'm gonna go with Alice Ardelean. I'm not really high on Melissa Martinez. I mean, she fought at least Reed, who's also fighting on this card. And I don't think she looked that good out there. I mean, she got dropped early by Elise Reed. I don't think Elise Reed is a power puncher by any means. And Elise Reed was able to go out and drop her early. And Melissa Martinez, I mean, she's got some herky jerky striking. She throws a lot of high kicks out there, so you can still attempt takedowns. But I'm gonna go Elise Reed. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Alice Hadley. I think she looked pretty good in her short notice debut against Shauna Bannon. Shauna Bannon was scheduled to fight Ravina Oliveira in that spot in the UK, and Ravina Oliveira couldn't make it, so they ended up giving Elise that opportunity to take that fight. She actually looked pretty good out there. I mean, she's taken some losses. I mean, obviously she's 9-6. That record doesn't look good on paper, but I like how aggressive she is, and I think she can like maybe attempt her own takedowns here. If she can attempt takedowns, I think she can take down Melissa Martinez. Melissa Martinez was getting taken down by Elise Reed. Elise Reed is not a wrestler or a grappler. I think Adeline is going to be bigger. I think she's going to be stronger in the clinch. Give me Alice Adeline on the scorecards. Adeline is plus 130. Adeline. Give me Adeline. She already fought Jang Wei Lee before the UFC. She lost to Jang Wei Lee. She lost a couple of fights, I mean, but she's been looking pretty good recently. I mean, she's on a pretty good one before she got that short notice opportunity in the UFC. Give me Adeline to win. I'm going to say Adeline. I think it's going to go over 2.5 rounds, minus 365. Let's see it going over. Next fight on the card, we got Jessica Penne taking on Elise Reed. I was really tempted to pick Jessica Penne, but she's 41 years old. I don't think she really cares about her career anymore. And I mean, she's got some good wins out there. Lupita Godinez win, that's not a bad win. And Carolina Kowalkiewicz, that's a pretty solid win. Submitting Carolina Kowalkiewicz, that was over 3 years ago. I mean, that's a long time ago. She hasn't fought in 2 years almost. Elise Reed was getting dropped by Lupita Godinez, and it was a club and sub, I think. She got club and sub. But so the fights that she's out there losing, I mean, Sam Hughes is pretty good. She's a like tough test for any up and coming fighter. And Loma Boom is well-rounded. She can grapple, she can strike. She's a good Muay Thai striker. And Lupita Godinez is well-rounded too. So she can take you down, she can no-strike you. Even though Lupita is not really the most consistent fighter out there. I'm gonna pick Elise Reed, low confidence. I'm not gonna pick a Penne who's 41 years old. I mean, but Elise Reed, there's definitely a path to victory for Jessica Penne if she can like take her down and maybe like get an armbar submission or like one of her submissions. She's gonna have better BJJ here, but I can't just pick her because he might get a Hail Mary submission. She's only got one submission in the UFC, and she's only fighting like she hasn't fought in 2 years. She's only fought 5 times in the last 7.5 years. That's not a good sign. Give me Elise Reed to win. Elise Reed is minus 150. Give me Elise Reed. I think Elise Reed, she can win this one. Over 2.5 rounds minus 265. I think it's gonna go over. I see this one going over 2.5 rounds. I'm gonna pick Elise Reed on the scorecards. Next fight on the card, we got Jocelyn Edwards taking on Tamir Vidal. Now, you guys, if you guys been watching my channel for a while, you guys remember when I picked Tamir Vidal as my lock of the week over Montserrat Rendon. Probably one of the worst lock of the weeks I've ever picked in my life. Since I've been picking lock of the weeks, that was definitely up there. I haven't picked the women's MMA fighter as a lock of the week since Tamir Vidal once he fought Rendon. But Tamir Vidal, she's got pretty good forward pressure, some nice nasty leg kicks. She's gonna have more power on the feet, but I don't think she's the more complete fighter. She can get taken down. Still throw some spinning back fists. I mean, flying knees and shit like that. I mean, but I'm not really high on her. I did pick Melissa Gatto over her, and she got KO'd. It was like a really weird knockout. I mean, it was really weird KO. I'm gonna pick Jocelyn. I think she can take her down and hold her down, control her on the ground. Give me Jocelyn Edwards to go out there. I'll wrestle her. Jocelyn looked pretty good. She should be 4-1 in her last 5 fights. I honestly think she beat Nora Carnoli. That was in Paris. They gave it to Nora Carnoli. But yeah, she was taking on Nora Carnoli. Pretty impressive. I think she can take down Vidal. Give me Jocelyn to go out there and win this fight. See, I think she wins this one by decision. Jocelyn minus 240, pretty nasty odds if I'm being honest, but I'm gonna pick her because she's more consistent than Vidal. I don't think Vidal has the best skill set on her. Minus 350 for over 2.5 rounds. I think it's gonna go over. Next fight on the card, we got Brad Katona taking on Gene Matsumoto. I'm gonna pick Gene Matsumoto because I think he's better than Brad Katona. He's definitely the more dangerous guy. I mean, he's got more finishing upside, and he's gonna be the better striker. Katona's he's okay. I mean, Katona's not bad. He's got good cardio. He's got good pace. Brings pretty good pressure out there. But I don't think he's got enough power to really land big on Gene Matsumoto. Matsumoto showed a pretty good kind of game when he was getting taken on by Dan Argueta. I'm gonna pick Gene Matsumoto to win. I'm gonna say Gene Matsumoto wins this one on the scorecards. Katona's pretty tough. He's shown that he can take a punch. He's shown he can defend submissions pretty well. And Katona's pretty good. I mean, Katona's not horrible, but I just don't think he's dangerous enough to win this fight. I'm gonna pick Gene Matsumoto. I'm gonna say he wins it on the scorecards. Can he catch Katona? I mean, catch him in a guillotine choke, maybe. Katona's definitely like he shoots a lot of takedowns, but he's pretty good at submission defense. I mean, but I could see Katona taking him down early. But I think Gene Matsumoto is gonna find that range and eventually he's gonna outstrike him. Brad Katona plus 220. Gene Matsumoto minus 260. I like Gene Matsumoto here. Next fight on the card, we got Almabayev taking on Mateus Nicolau. I'm gonna pick Almabayev here. I actually think you can find a knockout here, man. Nicolau is definitely like one of the chiniest guys at 125. I mean, we don't see a lot of knockouts at 125. We've seen one last week over I think Svagara got KO'd pretty brutally by Tamarab. But yeah, we don't normally see a lot of KOs out there at 125. I mean, Nicolau's the only 4 losses that he has. I mean, he's been getting finished by knockout in all 4 of those losses. And he got KO'd by Perez. That was pretty nasty by Perez. The way he got KO'd was pretty vicious. And I wonder where his confidence is going to be. I mean, getting KO'd by Brandon Royval, I mean, no shame in that. Royval's a top guy. So he's losing to some top guys. I mean, he's not losing to bums out there. But I'm gonna go down Vibe. I think he can wrestle him, and he's got enough power to really connect and land something big. I think Almabayev can knock him out here. I'm gonna pick Almabayev I think he's probably gonna win on the scorecards more than likely, but there's definitely a possibility he goes out there and like knocks him out. He fought Jose Johnson, who's a former bantamweight, and like he's like 6 feet tall at flyweight. That was a pretty tough matchup for him. And he was close to submitting Jose Johnson in some moments out there. And he fought Cesar Vergara. Cesar Vergara is definitely like not as chinny as Nicolau. Yeah, I mean, I think Almabayev can find a knockout. I'm gonna pick Almabayev by knockout. Almabayev is minus 185 right now. He actually opened by minus 350. Those odds are pretty wide at minus 350. But I'm gonna go with Almabayev. He hasn't given me any reason to fade him yet. Next fight on the card. I think the under. I think we could go under. I could see that by a fight going under. Yeah, I could see this fight going under 2.5 rounds. Plus 25 for the under. There's definitely a possibility, but Nicolau's durability. Our next fight on the card, we got Darren Elkins taking on Daniel Pineda. I'm gonna pick Darren Elkins just because I think he's got better cardio, and Pineda is not really a good striker. He didn't look terrible in that Natalia Wood fight. His striking looked a little bit better, but he was still getting hurt to the body. Darren Elkins is not a bad underdog. I mean, anytime he fights, he can win anytime. I mean, he's losing to some solid guys out there. He's 18-10 in UFC. That's a lot better than Pineda has done. I mean, he's 5-7 in UFC. That's not a good record when you're betting him at chalk. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Darren Elkins to win this one. I think he can hustle Pineda and put that work on him. I see this one going the distance. I think Elkins gonna win. I'm gonna pick Elkins by decision. Darren Elkins plus 110 underdog. Give me Darren Elkins to win as an underdog. I think he could find a submission. I mean, maybe, but I'm gonna say he goes the distance. Pineda's pretty tough. Next fight on the card, we got Brady Hiestand taking on Jake Hadley. It's definitely a tough fight to make a pick on because Jake Hadley looked pretty good moving up to bantamweight over Colin Loughran. He took that fight on short notice and looked pretty good out there. Was able to outstrike Colin Loughran. And Loughran was putting a lot of pressure on him, but he couldn't really find Jake Hadley. Hadley has got pretty good footwork out there, and he was able to defend takedowns against Colin Loughran. I do think Brady's got better wrestling, and Brady's one of those guys that's never gonna quit himself. I'm gonna pick Brady Houston. I'm gonna say he's able to wrestle Hadley. I think he can out wrestle Hadley, but we've seen Brady Houston go out there, get dropped. He's been getting hurt in each one of his fights out there. He was getting hurt by Bad Girl Dana before Dana absolutely gassed. But Houston's got a lot of finishes in that third round, man. His last 2 fights, and they're all third round finishes because he's breaking these guys later in fights. I would play something like Houston by a third round finish. I think that's not a bad play. Hadley, I could see Hadley slowing down and getting taken down and getting sub in the third round. Hadley's a BJJ guy, so probably not likely he gets caught up in a submission here when he's not tired. But I could see a world where he gets caught up in a submission later when he's tired and he starts making mistakes out there. I'm gonna pick Hiestand just because I like his cardio and he's got pretty good recovery if he's getting rocked early. Give me Hiestand to win. Hiestand minus 150 right now. I'm gonna go with Hiestand. Next fight on the card, we got Sumudaerji taking on Charles Johnson. I'm gonna pick Charles Johnson. I like his cardio better. I like his volume. He's a better striker. Technically, he's definitely the better, cleaner striker. He's gonna have the wrestling edge here. I know he doesn't wrestle out there, but we've seen him go out there like have a submission attempt in Ajahn Maxim. He had a ninja choke locked into Maxim, and he almost had a Maxim out cold. I mean, with the ninja choke, and he let it go for some reason. I don't know why. But Johnson's been looking pretty good out there. And the fights that he's lost, I mean, I picked Aston over him. I picked Durden over him as a dog. I think I picked Maxim over him. I did pick Maxim over. I bet Maxim there. That was a pretty bad bet. Johnson looked pretty good out there. Now he got dropped early by Maxim, but he showed out he can recover pretty well. And he's durable, right? He's never been finished before. He's fighting a guy that's not durable like Sumudaerji, who's been sub like 6 times. It's been finished every time he's lost out there. Then he went out there, beat I picked him over Hadley. Then I picked Joshua Van over him. So I'm like 3-2 in his last in predictions, picking Johnson fights. I'm gonna pick Johnson. I'm pretty confident here. I think he should be like minus 400 here. I don't see how he loses this fight. Sumudaerji's a capable striker, but I don't think he's got a lot of power on the feet. No, he got Gordon. I mean, like Gordon's one of the worst fighters we've seen at flyweight in UFC. I'm gonna pick Johnson. Johnson by submission. I mean, imagine Johnson by submission. I could see him just finding his first submission in UFC. I'm gonna pick Johnson by submission. Now, could this go longer? I mean, maybe if he doesn't even wrestle, but I don't think Johnson's dumb. I could see him taking Timodarzi down and finishing him on the ground by TK or submission. Give me Johnson to find a finish out there. He was close to finishing Maximum. So if you're close to finishing Maximum, who's a really good wrestler, grappler, I mean, he can submit Timodarzi. Give me Johnson by submission. Minus 210 for Johnson. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 200. I mean, there could be a possibility this goes longer, right? But I'm going to pick Johnson. I think he's just capable of finding a submission, his first submission in UFC. Yeah. Next fight on the card, we got Rafa taking on Kyler Phillips. I'm going to go with Kyler Phillips all day long. He's a better striker, better kicks at range. He's going to be able to keep distance pretty well. Rafa wants to fight in the pocket, and we've seen Rafa, even though he's durable, he can recover pretty well when he gets dropped out there, but he gets wobbled a lot out there, and that's not a good sign. One of these days, he's gonna get KO'd, and I don't know if I don't think it's gonna be this time. Phillips is not really a power puncher. He's got some sneaky high kicks out there, spinning back kicks, wheel kicks. He's really quick. He's a lot quicker than Rafa, and his takedown defense is solid. I don't really see Rafa going out there attempting takedowns on Phillips. Give me Kyler Phillips to win. I'm gonna say Kyler Phillips on the scorecards. Minus 400 for Kyler Phillips. I think it's gonna go longer. I think he's just gonna strike Rafa to the scorecards. Next fight on the card, we got the main event of the evening, guys. Not really taking a lot of time breaking down these fights. I mean, these fights are pretty simple, I think. So we're gonna get the breakdown under 20 minutes. I think that's probably the quickest breakdown that I've done. Let me know if you guys enjoy the quick breakdowns or you guys want to see longer breakdowns. I would love to hear back what you guys think. If you guys like quick breakdowns, we'll do quick breakdowns next time. But if you guys want long breakdowns, let me know. Now we got Michelle Pereira taking on Anthony Hernandez. I was considering picking Hernandez, but Michelle Pereira is so dangerous, man. He's got so much finishing upside early. And since moving up to middleweight, he's so a dangerous man. He trains over there, Extreme Couture with Strickland, those guys now. And he's definitely rounding out his game now, and I'm sure he's training hard. He's always training. Anytime you look at Instagram, he's always training. So is Hernandez. Both these guys have phenomenal cardio. If anyone's gonna take over this fight later, if there's no finish early, it's probably gonna be Hernandez taking over. But I can't just pick him to survive the early storm early. I'm gonna pick Michel Pereira by TKO. I think he could submit him. I mean, I could see Hernandez getting caught up in a submission club and sub. Hernandez is pretty tough to put away by knockout. I mean, he's been KO'd by Howland, but that was back in the day. He's got pretty good recovery. Sabajian was rocking him. I mean, but he was able to recover, and Sabajian gassed like he normally does. I'm gonna pick Michel Pereira. I think he's dangerous, and I like him as a dog here. Now I picked Coppola over Hernandez. Maybe I just don't believe in Hernandez's game because normally he doesn't look good early. I've never seen a Hernandez fight where he looks good the whole time. Normally he's gonna have to survive a beating early, then he's gonna take over. Now can he take over? Maybe. He's got some good wins. I mean, he beat Brendan Allen back in the day in LFA, so he's got some pretty good wins. But I like Michel Pereira. He's so a dangerous man. He's got so much finishing upside. He's pretty good. I mean, I know we haven't seen him go 5 rounds, but if he has to go 5 rounds, I think I could see him going 5 rounds and out striking Hernandez on the feet and defending takedowns. Pereira's a pretty big middleweight, so I don't really see him getting taken down easy by Hernandez. Even Coppola was able to defend 8 takedowns of Hernandez, and I don't think Coppola is as good as Pereira when it comes to grappling. Give me Michel Pereira to win. I'm gonna say Michel Pereira by finish early in the first rounds. Plus 125 for Michel Pereira. Give me Michel Pereira to win. fight finish early. So that's my full card breakdown, and I'll give you guys my confident picks. I'm confident Kyler Phillips, pretty confident Charles Johnson. I'm really confident Charles Johnson. I mean, I'm confident Almabayev, and I'm confident Despaigne. So those are my confident predictions. I'm confident Gene Matsumoto too. So confident Despaigne here, if he can just get taken out and finished early. I like the under. I like the under one up there, and I like Gene Matsumoto money line. I like Almabayev money line. I like Johnson money line a lot, and I like Kyler Phillips money line. I like Michelle Pereira as a dog. I mean, I definitely like him as a dog. He's probably the best underdog on this card, other than Alice Ardelean. All right, guys, that's my full card breakdown. We got it done in just under 20 minutes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be live for this card on Saturday, so if you guys want to come hang out with me on Saturday for the Fight Companion, we always have a lot of fun on the Fight Companions. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Have a good week. And I'll see you guys in the next one later.